On today's episode of the Toy Chasers.
Gonna get a Terradrome for free. It's freaking awesome. I don't think this is some type of Mandela effect.
I'm actually considering it.
Oh, I don't know if I want to spend $20. That's too much.
I was hoping to get the stuff for 40, 50.
Yeah, because if I leave and I'll think about it, somebody's gonna get that.
You wait till I see you again. You're dead.
Eyes of a hawk, chump.
No!
Saying freaking toys are expensive right now. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even matter what type of, off-the-wall bullcrap toy line from the 80s. They're all pricey now. It's ridiculous. So we are at a local G.I. Joe convention that is held every year in the area. And this is one of our favorites to go to because we always really get good stuff at good prices. And it's a smaller one that's always fun. This is that's the Bumblebee to get right there, the Pretender Bumblebee. So it is just Billy and I today. We are here and we're meeting up with a friend of mine, Jason Brown, that I worked with for about a decade. Somebody is missing in this equation, intentionally, actually.
There was a fucking toy show and he didn't tell us?
No, he told me.
Yeah, that's the 3D printed stuff, right?
Yeah. You looking for Terradrome parts?
Yeah, looking for Terradrome parts.
Why do you need Terradrome parts?
Because I'm getting a Terradrome.
Melvor's only friend is here and is apparently giving him a Terradrome, which he apparently found on the side of the road in someone's trash.
Jason texts me out of the blue and says, "Hey, I'm getting rid of the Terradrome. I'm going to sell it if you don't want it." I'm like, "All right, I'll take it though, This is Jay's, right now, most wanted playset. He still does not have this thing.
I was like, hey, I'm going to call Jay. And he was like, don't do it. And I'm like, why? And he's like, get a Terradrome. And I'm like, so what do you think he's going to do? Bully it out of you?
So he intentionally
Yeah.
didn't tell me about the toy show.
Yeah, he called me up. He was like, hey, don't tell Jay.
Dude. You're dead.
Here's the thing, is I'd rather him give it to me because if he does end up changing his mind, he can get it back. If he sells it to somebody, it's gone forever. It is going to be gifted to Melvor the Great and not Shady J. Could potentially cause some issues that I'm really not in the mood to deal with. I really don't know how he's going to take this.
At the end of the day, do I care? Not really, because I get to go to a toy show. What do you think? What do you think I'm going to do? Protest?
And if he were to sell it, I'd strangle him because that find was just too amazing, The way it turned out, like it's hilarious, but it's the type of thing that you could only dream of.
You are dead. You're dead meat, buddy.
What do you find in here?
They're parts. There's some loose parts to the Terradrome because it is missing a lot of the loose parts. The Terradrome that he's given me is not complete. It is missing a ton of parts. He finds a vendor that has a big tub of a lot of the parts needed for the Terradrome that he has.
Yeah, I think you need like 2 of those.
So as many
Like that gun, that red gun, those go on that door, but I put one together, there was 2 pieces to it.
eyes of a hawk, chump.
What?
Oh, this is driving me crazy.
What's
Yeah,
this?
you need those. I put one up there already.
Not only is this asshole getting a free Terradrome, he's finding the parts for it just randomly in a box for absolutely no reason.
They got a ton of the dome parts, and none of these are broken. These all have the. I'm really actually surprised that we're finding the exact stuff we need this fast.
Oh, here's the dome for it. Oh, here's a gun. Oh, a seat.
See that little base, right? That little Cobra
Bunker, I think.
thing.
I mean, here's some other guns. You can probably look and see which one's the best.
How many?
You
How many?
only need 2.
well, I need that part. I need 2 of those and whatnot. And I'm just grabbing parts.
I'm adding it up in my head, and I'm like, well, he's pulling out $200 worth of stuff.
So hey, Jason, you said none of the doors, right?
Right here, mama. No, I have one.
Dude, this is freaking amazing. These parts usually aren't that cheap. This is the kind of crap that if you're getting this stuff on eBay, it gets expensive really fast. You're gonna get nickeled and dimed to death. You said make an offer, but what are you looking at? The vendor, he basically says, hey, throw me a number. I really don't like that. Because I've gotten this bad habit from Jay of wanting to lowball people now, which I didn't used to do before. Cause my offer is probably gonna insult you.
What's your offer?
So I lowball $20.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. All right.
20. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. Son of a gun. I should have started off at $10. I bet I could have gotten the stuff for $10 the way as fast as he said, yeah, all right, that's cool.
How are you this lucky?
That being said, I'm more than happy with paying $20 for the slot of parts that I need for the freaking Terrordrome. You know, you can't beat that. I was hoping to get the stuff for $40, $50. So that is awesome. Thanks so much.
You wait till I see you again. You're dead.
After Melvor is done screwing this guy over on Terrordrome parts, I see a Mamba.
Then you want them all.
It's called the Mamba, I think?
Yeah, the Mamba.
Yeah.
It's really strange. Like, I honestly don't know if I had this back in the day, but I do remember playing with it back in the day.
I don't know anything about it though. I don't know anything about the Mamba. I think it's a cool looking design.
I had a friend across the street named Frankie who had a ton of G.I. Joe stuff too. So when we were kids, all our stuff would get mixed together.
And it's kind of cool, actually. I'm more into the sci-fi fantasy. That's why I like Transformers instead of more grounded military like G.I. Joe. But this thing is actually really cool, and it kind of is a couple of steps more into that kind of fantasy sci-fi aspect of G.I. Joe that I personally enjoyed.
It's very minty.
Here it is, the Cobra Mamba. Cobra Mamba, its power is frightening from out of the blue. It strikes like lightning. The Cobra Mamba is a fast attack copter with laser guns and missiles on both sides.
There's a Persuader attack!
The Mamba holds 3 Cobras and the sides detach to become separate attack pods. Triple threat munitions.
This is one of the few vehicles I still need. I'm actually considering it because 50s, I don't feel like that's a bad price. I feel like that's pretty decent. Yeah.
Doesn't seem too unreasonable to me. It's something that I've been wanting to get. It's something that I've regretted passing up in the past.
Yeah, because if I leave and like I'll think about it, somebody's gonna get that.
I don't hear anybody talking about the Mamba. Everyone's all like, oh, the Night Raven. Oh, the Defiant. Oh, the Flag. Oh, I gotta have the Mamba. Nobody says I gotta have the Mamba. I gotta have the Mamba. I gotta have it. I'm gonna get it. It's only $50. That's a hell of a deal, I think. I'm gonna pick it up.
Is it the Mamba or the Mamba?
Mamba. That's what I said.
You said Mamba.
Mamba. I was making a voice. Mamba!
I wasn't planning on spending anything. Maybe like 10, 20 bucks tops on something little. But like I said, I saw this, I was like, I knew I had to have it.
The Joe stuff is only going to keep rising in price. We're not going to be getting. This is the type of thing that if Billy doesn't get now for $50, in 5 years he's going to like cut his throat for being so stupid. This is.
I'm gonna commit suicide.
Yeah, you jump off the. You're gonna jump off. You're gonna.
I didn't get the Mamba. Goodbye, cruel world.
It was always cool how these little vehicles came off. And I'm no doubt that I always lost them, you know, when I was a kid, but this is pretty cool. I was going to get this like a couple of years ago, and I think the price was like 50 or 60 at the store that I was looking at, and I was like, I'll never be able to find it at that price again, so I'm happy.
Oh, nice.
How much is Devastator? The G1. 200. One of the things I'm noticing is there's not a lot of prices on stuff. I prefer that. I prefer to see prices. That way I'm not wasting anybody's time. Oh, how much is this? And then it's completely out of my range, you know?
The reason why you want to see prices on the actual products is because you don't want to ask, because when you ask, then they're going to see the disappointment in your face. And then when you turn around, you're going to look like an idiot with no money, as opposed to like, if you just like glance at a price tag, they're not going to know. You could just be walking off because you just don't like the toy.
I got a hair that keeps, and I don't know where it's. Get some turtle accessories. See, this is $2. It's a challenge. See if I can't repair it. Never mess with repairing the turtles, so it's gonna be a new one. We're at a vendor here who has a bunch of Kenner Star Wars. Kenner Star Wars. The prices have just gotten so stupid recently that it's not cool. It's not cool trying to collect for this line anymore. The Anakin. Anakin. It's old Anakin. It's deleted scene Anakin. I do stumble upon an Anakin Skywalker. Some of you actually might be surprised that I don't have this in my collection. This isn't a popular character, but I think what intrigued me about it was the fact that there was a lot of unknown about the character. We didn't really know a whole lot about Vader before he was Vader.
It wasn't like everyone went to the schoolyard and was like, man, did you get Anakin? 35?
Oh yeah, I just took off.
35?
I'll do 35. As a kid, I really wanted this figure. I remember seeing a commercial on TV. It was a mail-in, and I remember the commercial talking about it, and for whatever reason, I really was intrigued by this figure. And I remember I asked my mom, hey, can we order that? And I must have caught her at a bad time because she snapped at me. She says, no!
You want a bag?
Yes, please. Oh, you know what? This is yours too, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will take these guys as well.
Okay. Why don't we just say an even 40?
Sounds good to me.
Does that work?
Appreciate it. The funny thing is, actually, I just within the last couple of months, I just found out that apparently that commercial that I have crystal clear memories of, it's in dispute whether it exists or not.
Because I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it.
The weird thing about this commercial is I distinctly remember it because it was the first time I'd heard about the character, and I really wanted it, and my mom's just completely unnecessary reaction to my incredibly reasonable request.
No! I don't see that around. Like, is that anywhere on the... No, it doesn't exist.
I'm not the only one, though. A lot of people remember this. Nick from Echo Base Network remembers seeing this commercial.
Allegedly.
I don't think this is some type of Mandela effect.
Allegedly.
And I was a nerd!
Is that actor's name Sebastian Polizar?
Yeah. This is Old Man Anakin. Nobody really wants Old Man Anakin, except this is one of the last 17 figures.
Looking at this Anakin figure right now, like, it looks fine.
This is finally going to kind of heal that injury to my heart as a kid from being denied that figure by my mother. No! So this is going to be a good balm for my soul. I sound like the Dunga right now, just literally full of crap. Have you seen how much a freaking X-Wing goes for? You gotta be kidding me.
Well, this one goes for 200.
This and everything is like 30, 40 bucks with nothing on it. Just the shell, yeah.
There's something about Star Wars vehicle boxes that they're dry. They're just awesome.
These weren't in America. So I've never seen these before.
Holy moly, actually. This is really cool. I run across a stack of UK Transformers comics, and I don't have any of these. These are the type of things I've not actually ever had the chance to kind of finger through.
I'm getting 5. So $4 instead of 5 a piece. So basically I'm getting an extra one.
Why are you getting it?
Because we didn't get these here, and the covers look fantastic.
One of the great things about coming to one of these shows is sometimes you see something that jogs your memory you hadn't thought about in like 30, 40, actually it's been 40 years at this point, damn. I had a G.I. Joe themed birthday one year. I don't remember what year it was, but in the 80s at some point I had a G.I. Joe birthday. And there's all this stuff right here is just jogging my memory. I'm not gonna spend $50 on it, but it's still pretty cool.
12 bucks would be the best I could do.
All right, I'm gonna get that. I missed that in the stores, and it made me angry. I got a collection of Sharkticons, and I wanted those 3 guys. I didn't care for the main figure. Heck, you can have that main figure. I just want those Sharkticons. Yeah. I saw this at Target, and I was like, I'll get it next time. Didn't happen.
There's something that I missed out on back in the day, and it's probably one of those situations where it's way, way, way more than what I could have got it for a couple years ago. So I'm gonna go see.
I have this bad habit, newer toys. And I'll think to myself, you know what? That's awesome. I really want to get that. Don't want to spend $50, $40, $25, $30 right now. I'll wait until later to get it. And then like a month will be past and I'll be like, you know what? Let me go get that thing that's, oh, wait, you can't find it anymore. Let me go look on eBay. And it's like 5 times the price now. There's one thing that I did pass on when they originally came out, and that was the Trick or Treat Studios Mogwai figures.
I saw these online. Trick or Treat's coming out with Ghoulies this year.
The price is way more than what they originally were going for. But I'm looking at these things and I'm like, man, they're okay, but like they're not really worth like $80 what they're asking for. So far this has been a pretty good convention. I've gotten a vehicle that I need. Like there are several vehicles in the G.I. Joe line that I still don't have that I really would love to pick up if I can find, and the Mamba was one of them. I'm also seeing this Pocket Patrol.
But I remember having this, and so what you would do is you'd put figures in it. You'd strap it to your belt, and then you look like, you know, a real badass in the neighborhood because you were walking around with a bunch of G.I. Joes around your waist and the other kids weren't.
I could have seen Stupid Billy as a kid thinking he's all tough, like he's Rambo walking down the street with that thing on his hip, and all the other kids are like, what a dweeb, man.
This Pocket Patrol thing is really cool, and I've never seen it actually in the package like this before. So this is a very unique find, and it's only $20.
And a cantina too. I don't remember if the cantina actually put on your belt.
Oh, I don't know if I want to spend $20. That's too much.
But this right here is another one that I need.
The Sea Ray. Really, really cool vehicle because it was aquatic as well. It's another one of those vehicles that's very sci-fi. It's not based on reality. And so it's a very unique vehicle, and it was something that I really, really liked.
Nobody beats G.I. Joe! But now Cobra's got the Sea Ray. Sea-Ray is the fighting machine. I'll blast Joe to smithereens. Incredible Sea-Ray splits to become a mini-sub and an armored glider.
Cobra!
It's tempting.
It's something I don't have, and it's something I've always been looking for, and I never see it out and about, but it's also $20 as well. And I don't really feel like spending $40 right now to get both of these things. The Pocket Patrol is something you never see, but the Sea-Ray is something I want a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go with the Sea-Ray.
This is another one of those instances where one of us just goes stupid, and this time it is Billy.
I got the Sea-Ray.
Okay. He's gonna pass on this, and he knows he shouldn't pass on this, but he's passing anyways. And he's gonna regret this later.
You know what? I'm gonna get this for you.
Wait.
I'm gonna get this for you.
Oh, you're getting it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Melvor saves the day again. This is just like Stupid Jay with the blue snaggletooth. He was gonna pass on that dude. He would have never heard the end of that one.
Wait, you know,
Yeah, something really good.
Giving him nothing.
well, you're being nice. You're being nice to me.
Yes, because this is the type of
take
thing
it.
that I appreciate also.
I appreciate Melvor getting me the Pocket Patrol. I mean, it's really cool. It was a very hard decision to make to try to figure out which one of these I wanted to get, and the fact that I get to walk home with both of them is definitely a bonus.
It's on card. It's $20. You should have got it, and he would regret it. And I probably should have just let him regret it. But I don't. I get it.
I know you like this type of stuff, so it is my good deed for the year for you. For the year, yeah.
Billy ruled his street with his Pocket Patrol, patrolling the neighborhood from the evil forces of Cobra.
Gonna get a Terradrome for free. It's freaking awesome. And Jay's not, so that makes it even sweeter.
Is that why you didn't invite him?
That's exactly why I didn't invite him. Because he'd be all angry, but he'd play it off. He'd be like, I don't care. But he would care, and he's gonna care. He's not gonna be happy about this.
You're dead.
Ah, that's freaking awesome.
Deep in the jungle, you discover it, the Cobra Terradrome with gun emplacements almost everywhere and special base for refueling vehicles.
There it is!
The Cobra Terradrome is really incredible.
That's Dr. Mindbender. And now look, they've captured Flynn.
It's time to warn the Joes, but suddenly they launch the Firebat.
Ah, the chain's still there and everything. Still works great. Yeah, it just needs a good scrubbing, a little retro bright.
I was more the Transformers fan, but I did play G.I. Joes. I did appreciate it. It was fun. That was our go-to outside playing experience for the most part, was usually G.I. Joe. And that Terradrome was just something else. Jay actually had this thing growing up, and it was just an amazing playset. Like, I loved the thing. I had so much fun. As a mainly a Transformers fan, I had a ton of fun. So I have fond memories of the Terradrome. I know Jay does, and I know Jay really wants to get one again.
I've not actually seen this thing up close and messed around with it since the 80s, since we were kids, since we had one. So,
we? So it wasn't Jay, it was we?
well, I mean, it was him. Okay, it was him, but we all played with it. So, I mean, there's a community ownership to a certain extent, but yes, actually, technically it was his. I think it was a birthday present.
And I was a nerd!
Look, I don't even have a big affinity for the Terradrome. That's not a vehicle or a fortress that I had as a kid. It's a cool toy. Like, I look at it now and it's just really, it's awesome. Like, I think it would be a cool thing to have. I just don't have a thing for it.
I can't wrap my head around why he's getting rid of this thing, because it's probably like, it's one of those finds that just doesn't happen.
So I was going to work and I was just driving and down this road, and I was like, I looked to the right and was like, no, there's no way. Did I just see what I thought I saw? And I looked in the rearview mirror, and boy, did I turn around so quick, went and parked. I was shaking when I was like, oh my gosh, who would just throw this away? It was just in their trash pile.
So why are you giving it to him?
I don't know.
How often are you just driving down the road and you look over and you see a vintage 80s amazing playset just sitting on the curb. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen anymore.
I don't have room for it, and selling it would probably be a hassle for me.
This by far was one of the best playsets from the 80s for many decade, honestly.
And it was rescued from the dustbins of obscurity, and now it's been restored to its former glory, almost.
I've never owned a Terradrome, so the fact that I can say, you know, I have a Terradrome and Jay does not, that sounds pretty good. I like the sound of that.
You're dead.
And he's bringing it to the convention to give to me. And that's kind of why I don't want Jay here, because I don't want a scene. Jay could, you know, he could turn into a little baby and, you know, start crying and accidentally poop his pants, and I mean, where do we go from there? That'd be a little awkward, and I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it, okay?